It's been a long day of work. My legs are so tired. We have a plan. Let's conquer the galaxy in a way befitting of a pacifist. Welcome and welcome back to Stellaris. You can hear the whispers of the Cradle of Souls embracing the entire capital of the shards of the Crystal Empire. Were the whispers always there? Or perhaps are we only just now realizing they are there? How exciting. When we last left off, we were trying to decide how to best advance our empire. We started with discovery, advanced to unyielding in order to hold our position and make sure that other empires could not overthrow us. Bringing harmony and mercantilism into our empire, discovering the true psionics, and domesticating the crystals to become part of the military fleets. It is now time for us to choose our last traditional path. And after much research, thinking, and deliberation, supremacy is for the future of this galaxy, belongs to those who are strong enough to seize it. But even with this focus, that is not what this empire is able to accomplish. No, no, no. Perhaps it is time for us to focus on subterfuge, to instill discourse among the other empires. But unfortunately, they are well-knit and strong. And while they are cuddling together amongst a single federation, there's nothing we can do in order to break it. However, perhaps it is time that someone finds that federation and is able to bring everyone together into an understanding of who the true problem in this entire galaxy is. Perhaps it is time for diplomacy. I don't think diplomacy is actually the correct one. No, yeah, it is diplomacy. In order for us to acquire favors, unless I can get favors, gain one, whatever resolution that you supported passes, gain a favor on the empire that proposed it. Because I want as many favors as possible. Nope. Nope. We won't be able to gain favors through that. But we have 1 billion envoys. So rushing for eminent diplomats. Envoys improving relations have a small chance each month of acquiring a favor. This is the way to win. Every 10 years, we are guaranteed, well, more or less, some favors. And in order for us to get the entire galaxy to fight against who I would like for them to go against, we need those favors. Now, I do have other things that we could do. So, if we look under espionage, we can also extort favors. But I would like to improve relations here. Who else is really, really powerful in this galaxy? Improve relations. We can also improve relations. And then, of course, improve relations. We're going to try to get as many favors as possible. So we're going to be extorting the favors, and we're also going to be improving them as much as we possibly can. Now, it doesn't make as much sense to be doing that immediately, but we are going to be trying to rush our unity to pick up diplomatic networking. That'll get us more unity and allow us to advance further, and then rush for eminent diplomats. So that way we can get those favors. After that, everything else is kind of less. But we also get more diplomatic weight. So, at the end, it still will matter. In the meantime, we are in the process of fortifying our own borders. The entire galaxy is still at war in the War of Haven. And what's really scary is the Abusian Restorers are absolutely overwhelming, and they're actually starting to, in a way, win this war. That is not something I would hope to see. We have to be ready to fight against 2 million fleet power. They've got 1,500 over here. The Techran Multiplex, they are currently losing. We're going to switch this at least to slow speed.
Construction complete.
We need 2 more months. Unspent trait points. So it wants me to uplift these pre-sapients in our empire. We're not going to be doing that. Fleet is in transit. Oh, and we are still fixing our economy.
Construction complete. Spaceborne life form encountered.
Sell 100. That actually does nothing for us now. Start fixing everything. Ooh, we almost went bankrupt, but luckily everything is slowly coming together. Check all of our spaceports. Ooh, and research complete. Quantum field manipulation. That's gonna drastically improve everything. And I think we're going to go ahead and pick up the advanced shields. Ooh, and more food here in just a moment as well. That is another thing that we're wanting to do, is just pump out as much technology as possible. Stationary apocalypse. Scientists report that much of the space station is constructed from everyday stationary objects, barely holding it together. Deeper into the structure, the materials transition from metal alloys to plastics and other substances. Inside the heart of the construct, we find a machine, still in the process of efficiently deconstructing organic material and shaping it to the very items encountered so far. After running a DNA simulation module, our scientists have been forced to conclude the material likely came from the former inhabitants of this outpost. One other thing I do want to be considering is, what am I going to be running for fleets? Because as much as I want the space fauna to, still do stuff. Ooh. Oh, it's set to auto upgrade. Whoops. There we go. Save. What about this one? Should I? Oh, they're set to swarm. Why? There's no reason for them to be set to swarm. will stay at long range, firing its longest range weapons at the target. And it's only these guys that I actually want to swarm. Oh, and we can actually upgrade these now, right? Yes! Alright, boom, boom. And I only need one in order to reach maximum evasion. Isn't it beautiful? So, I don't know if the Faisal cores mean anything here. I can try? I don't think it would do anything, though, right? But what about camouflage? Let's give these guys cloaking? Maybe not. Ooh. Catalytic bladder. I think that'll work just fine. Like, unless I go through the extra effort. Yeah. Alrighty. That is exactly what I want to see. But what really would be the best way for me to be using these ships? 84% devastation. Given the failure of any one group to seize control over Sutra 3, the planet has descended into chaos. Local warlords vie for power, and increasingly radical social movements spring up overnight. As the planet continues through the greatest upheaval in its history, peace remains a distant dream. Providing will increase the chance of successful outcome by a significant percentage.
Technology research.
I really want them to not die.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
That'd be great. I really don't like any of these. We're going to get that and re-roll it in 2 months.
Construction complete.
End of the Sidomithian Commonwealth. Not good. Trade hub. Let's get ourselves more trade. Another hydroponics bay. Yep. It's a lot of crystalline entities. The garden. There is something lurking among the leaves. As we assumed a surreptitious position to study the... Oops, pause. The chamber, a strange creature soon emerged from the foliage. We first spotted it crawling among the thorns with delicate precision, using its hundreds of limbs. A soft, shrill sound shot forth from several of the membranes, coating the segments of its body as it tended to the fruit it found in every plant, cultivating them. We have been observing it for some time now, and believe further study would warrant valuable research opportunities. On the other hand, we predict it would be quite vulnerable if we exposed to intense flame, as most of the other life here tends to be. It may be best to exterminate it while we have the opportunity. Now we must continue the studies. Ooh, climate restoration. And then a planet-sized bubble. The short jump seems to have worked. We have appeared near the surface. After breaking through, we have discovered that we were in fact inside a planet-sized bubble in the vacuum of space. Our previous speeds were not enough to break through its gravitational forces. Interesting. Uh-oh. I need more. I want to purchase those. Can you assist us with our collection? Goodbye.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Station. Space Citadel level 2. Orbital ring tier 2. Oh, but that costs... Oh, well, we have a lot of influence. What granted us more? Was it our unity that we picked up with diplomacy? Unlocks edict, diplomatic grants. Also unlocks agenda, build relations. Diplomatic influence cost. Agreement influence upkeep is drastically reduced. Okay. So that's good. We're going to build that starbase. Ooh, creates an astral rift. Yeah, that'll be nice. Several of our tracking stations have picked up peculiar subspace echoes coming from somewhere in intergalactic space. The echoes are faint, but getting closer, getting stronger, and they seem to be approaching our galaxy. A storm is on the horizon. Uh-oh.
Agenda available.
It is going to be one of multiple things. Yeah, those are all fine. Colonizing there.
Spaceborne lifeform encountered. Construction complete.
I do still need more influence. Oh, goodness. We have so much more food.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
350. We can actually cancel the minerals. Buy less. Subnautical. The space around us looks as if a star-sized bottle of liquid exploded in low gravity. Planetoid-sized bubbles of crystalline liquid floating all around us. There is a nearby star which we were weakly orbiting. It looks old, dark, and cold. There is something else. It is not a star, but just as big. It is constructed of massive interconnected fragments, like a three-dimensional puzzle on a gigantic scale. Scans determine it would be composed of various precious metals and minerals that are nearly identical to that of what is inside of the star it orbits. It is likely one formed from the other, or from a common source. On closer inspection, the pieces are slowly moving and shifting. Occasionally, a large bubble of new liquid pours out from its architecture. If it is alive, it has not seemed to notice us. Ooh, tried to communicate. Rabble, 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 rabble. Rabble, rabble. Yes, ma'am.
Construction complete.
It's only 4 ships, and that's as strong as my entire fleet. They're trying to fight back over here. Four ships versus 30. We have detected high concentrations of psionic energy in the Trisena system. Listening to echoes within the shroud, our telepaths report that this phenomenon was caused by the psychic activities of Tectron multiplexes. It would appear that this empire has developed methods to channel a psionic aura, which emanates from the shroud and influences matter and consciousness in an observational reality. Our observations demonstrate that these auras can spread between star systems. Given our favorable relations with the Tecron multiplex, we expect its effects within our territory to be positive, as long as our relations with the emitter remain unchanged. Oh, gosh. Absolutely shredded. The garden. We have been stealthily observing the creature as it goes about its duties in this secluded garden. It is uncertain how long we can remain here undetected. Each segment of the creature contains a pair of the antennae. These assist it in detecting and removing pests from the minute hairs of the fruit it cultivates. The anatomical structure of these has furthered our understanding of what biological organisms are capable of. Ooh, nice. So the research went well. And the New World Order is about to complete. Devastation's at 79%. It might just barely live. After a stunning display of strategy, Sharman has crushed the planet's resistance. Aww. Sleeper agents in the rebel ranks precipitated a coordinated and planet-wide attack. Before the rebel generals knew what was happening, their positions were overwhelmed. Shutra 3 is now a unified world. Fanatic authoritarian. Which is not terrible. But I'm just glad that they're still alive. Because they easily could have wiped themselves out of existence. Which I was actually really nervous of. Build a hyper relay there. I do want these two systems, so I need my fleet to make its way over to this system so we can collect everything just fine. How are all of our planets doing? 150. What am I going to do for this world? Probably just build ourselves another city district. Immortal. I almost want to switch to a world to improve the population as much as possible. This mining world got more than enough space. Socialite.
Construction complete.
Council agenda ready.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and add a commercial zone here. Mind over matter. Kasikame. Plonk. Plonk is title locked. So we're going to go ahead and build another generator district. Astral actions. I need jump drives, side jump drives, or subspace drives. I could also summon a dimensional fleet here in the nearby future. Polariposi, Loch Ness, Weijin, Teleprone.
Technology researched.
Ravager's Creek. I would like to produce the Hollow Museum of Geology here. I don't need to spend 6 years to improve my leader lifespan. We're going to go ahead and get global defense grids. Just to get more tech points as quickly as possible. All pops produce exotic gases. Gas extraction wells. We're going to go ahead and build that. Ooh, advanced shields. Don't want the shield capacitor. That sounds really good. Just to pick up at least. Available envoys improved? You know what? Yes. And improve the operation speed.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Artifacts. Reverse. Engineer arcane technology. Ooh. Awesome. Celebrate diversity. Unity. Unity. And then military will give us army. No. Shield damage. No. Never mind. Peaceful. Let's make our leaders even better. And boom, we're able to pick up diplomatic networking just like that. All right, another less than 3 years, we'll have eminent diplomats, and we can start picking up those favors that I am so hoping to acquire. In the meantime, for espionage, we're going to extort favors with manipulation and diplomacy, which unfortunately we don't have any here, but we are going to go ahead and use one.
Technology researched.
More exhaustion reduced. We need to acquire an asset. Launch. I 100% want to watch this entire battle take place. Do we have... We don't have a spy there. Where else do we have a spy? Busy improving, busy improving. Busy building a spy network. We're going to try to... We're not going to acquire the asset from there yet. Busy building a spy network. We're going to go ahead and take technology. Boom. Also, we could stop buying that. We could stop selling food. And we have finally stabilized our economy. It took a couple of years longer, but we have it. Starbase improvement speed is even further improved. Pyroclastic restoration. Starbase building. Thermal resonators that can increase the energy output of any molten world in a star system. Energy credits production scales with the number of molten worlds in the system. Interesting. mining station output. The Kelzen is to be given association status. Nope. They belong to me. How many can I have? 185. What's this? Us to establish yield tool? No, there's no reason for me to do that. This is my fleet.
Engaging hostile fleet. Technology researched.
Look at that. That is so cool. Just the swarming here with these crystals staying away while our carriers are poking as far as they can against the enemy. And like, look at all these crystalline fighters. Ah.
Initiated.
Alrighty. Well, we lost a couple. Got our physics research completed. Research speed improved. Yeah, we could definitely get that. Hey, one of our leaders leveled up. Mercalius Cloelius? He's the guy in charge of our really dodgy guys. They're supposed to be really, really fast. Strikecraft damage, strikecraft fire rate, ship engagement speed, combat disengage chance, ship weapon range, sounds cool. You know what? What if we make Mercalius Cloelius the one in charge of our carriers? Carrier focus. So where's he at? The carrier focus. Big game hunter. Be in charge of the crystalline fleet now. All right, send everybody home. So they can all go heal. And I may need to go to the restroom here in a moment. And we have a new envoy available to us. Gagazian Manufacturing. Oh. Terraforming candidate. We can now... How much does it cost to buy energy credits? 4. And I have 16. So we're going to buy 300 energy credits, at least for now. But we're going to go ahead and sell a whole bunch of alloys. Get more minerals. I need this to become a tundra world. Our infiltration attempts into the Darian absorbers have proceeded flawlessly so far. Our operatives' cover held throughout, and although the Diri exercised reasonable security, the trust we manufactured was just sufficient. That will do. We have acquired more technology. Continued studies. We have been stealthily observing the creatures as it goes about its duties in the secluded garden. It is uncertain how long we can remain here undetected. We've noticed an organic mass resembling the fruit clutched tightly to the creature's chest. Held in its massive pair of forelimbs several times, we have observed its mandibles digging into this object and grafting small parts of it onto the nearby vegetation. It is propagating these plants artificially. This means the lack of pollinators or identifiable method of reproduction. Ooh, selectively. Alright, and we do want to be... producing even more of everything. I do want more minerals. The Senate is now in session. Our delegate's much higher level. But fleet power 4,500 versus 11,900. Yeah.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Guess the real question is what I'm going to be doing. Form research agreement. We could technically learn a lot from the Council of Tidral. I might as well. You know, I don't really want to be doing that too much more. How much further are we until max diplomacy? 2 years! Less than 2 years. What is going on here? Why are you all the way over here? Ooh, extortion successful. They owe us a large favor. Build starbase here. There, build that starbase there for now. I'm looking for the tech rans. Oh, here they are. The aura of hunger. Interesting. Now, our aura's already starting to spread pretty far. Getting a lot of free defense platforms, at least. All over the place, though right now they don't mean too much, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, you know what I need to do? We need to go to our ship designer, and the defense platform needs to be potentially leveled up. I think the gamma laser is just not as good as the phase disruptor. Ooh. No FTL inhibitor. Targeting override. Ooh, what is this? Effect on hostile ships. More likely to die. Energy weapon damage. Kinetic weapon damage. Explosive weapon damage. Strike craft damage. If I do a communications jammer, offensive aura. Their ship fire rate reduced. Combat disengage chance further on own fleet ship fire rate. Kinda, yeah. Might actually just go with this strike command. Just because I really like my, I don't have any extra large slots. Why can't you upgrade? Is it because of you? Communication jammer and strike command. Target uplink computer. Just to further build it to be a little bit better. Our station here, defenses. We can upgrade all of these. A 100,000 defensive fleet power. Chilitu, what are you doing? Hold on. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the restroom real fast and get a drink, but Chilitu is about to decide on her own. I think it's her, right? She's about to decide on her own, you know what, I'm gonna activate the L gate. Despite the orders given that we are not gonna activate it, Shalidu wanted to activate it. I'm gonna let her poke the hornet's nest. Gosh darn it, Shalidu. Oh, I forgot I grabbed it. Alrighty. Well, we have our drink, but, isn't this amazing? I very much need you to make your way on over to here as fast as possible.
Spaceborne lifeform encountered.
I need you to get there a little faster. go ahead and build a new ship.
Construction complete.
I think we should be fine. What I'm going to do is go to government, policies and edicts, and eternal vigilance. We're going to go to full spending. I am pretty sure we can actually support this now. And if I'm wrong, well, it sucks to suck, I guess.
Technology researched.
Mining station output even further. Another mining station output for even more resources.
Ships upgraded.
Chile 2, what have you done? Honestly, because of the timing, this is one of those moments where I go, Chile 2, what do you think you're doing? I'm activating the L gates. Why have we paused our research on this? There could be so much to gain, so much to learn from all of this, and you all choose to do nothing. Well, I will not. I will be the one to make a difference in the shards of the Crystal Empire. Success. Our technicians managed to abort the maintenance cycle, and the lockdown has been removed from the L gates in the Pathaban vortex system. For the first time in eons, the L cluster can now be accessed from our galaxy. As soon as the L gate became operational, we received a transmission from the other side.
This cannot be. The gates are active again.
I have never seen this outcome before.
It is the age of isolation finally at an end. We are the Dodgedu consonants, the architects of the ancient gateways and the L clusters that can be found scattered throughout the galaxy. It was our ambition to create a galaxy-wide network of gateways to facilitate the spread of galactic civilization and usher in an era of peace and interstellar commerce. Alas, a programming mistake disabled the L gates and stranded us in our home cluster. Since it was impossible to correct the error from our side, we have spent eons waiting for someone to fix it at the other end. Thanks to you, that day has finally come.
A programming mistake?
Yes, quite embarrassing. Apparently, the L-Gate network entered a scheduled maintenance cycle that's never ended. The technicians qualified to end the cycle were all on our side when it was accidentally triggered, and nothing could be done from here. Fortunately, our home cluster is self-sufficient, and our civilization has quietly endured up until now. We always knew that the day would come when we would be reunited with the rest of the galaxy.
Vampiric Fox, is that your Gandalf voice? No, not necessarily. What will you do now?
We have grown quite accustomed to life in our star cluster, and we're in no hurry to leave it. But we are eager to learn about the rest of the galaxy. For the looks of things, it's a pretty busy place. Our cluster will be opening up for travel by anyone. We ask only that you refrain from landing on our inhabited planets and that you stay out of Liswin's system, located deep within inside the cluster, which is Dazanu only.
The Elglates were built by nanites, were they not?
Nanites? This was not the technology we are familiar with. Self-replicating microscopic machines, you say? Frankly, it sounds preposterous. The gateways and the outgates, indeed, our entire civilization will realize through Dazanu toil and ingenuity. Nothing else. Please, let's not discuss this topic further.
Dazanu modifier added, giving us monthly bits, and we gain living metal for free.
Technology research.
Not so fast! Through your actions, you have finally given us the freedom that generations of Dazanu have dreamed of. We are in your debt. It is a paltry offering compared to your gift, but we would like to give you permanent access to several strategic resources from our cluster. We expect nothing in return, and we will continue to supply you with these resources for as long as we are able.
And Chile 2. Travel to unknown.
You can't imagine how curious we've been about the rest of the galaxy.
Tell us about yourselves. The event. I can trigger a new event.
What would you like to know?
Why are there signs of battle in the cluster?
Oh, you're referring to the shattered planets. They were the results of several regrettable mining accidents that occurred long ago. When we found ourselves stranded within our cluster, we had to make do with whatever minerals were available in the systems we could reach. Unfortunately, during the darkest centuries of isolation, some of our people were a bit too eager in their attempts to secure resources. Mistakes were made.
Your ships are of a peculiar design.
They are products of countless millennia of design iterations. We had a lot of time on our hands, after all. Sadly, non-Dazanu observers are not permitted on board our ships. They were specifically designed with a unique Dazanu philosophy in mind, and any visitors would only disrupt the work of the highly trained crews.
Why is the Liswin system off limits?
For reasons of national security, that is all we can say for now. The Liswin system will remain restricted and off limits to all non-Dazanu life forms indefinitely.
Please refrain from entering it. Are you certain the Elegates weren't made by nanites?
Quite. Please, this is not a topic we'd like to discuss. Did you have any other questions?
Nanites seem to be a sensitive topic. Why?
We will tell you one last time. Do not inquire further into this matter. The friendship of our two empires depends on it.
Well, we'll respect your wishes for now. Let's discuss other matters. Goodbye. Well, which one's the Liswin system? I bet you it's this one. Well, they got 400,000 power fleets. It seems like we have some sneaking up to do. Yeah! They don't like us talking about it. I was fully ready and expecting to have to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. Apparently, we were actually not ready. Because if they got multiple 100k power fleets... I need to go home and repair. I'll try to do a little sneaking. The Senate is now in session. Ooh, our Orca! The Chosen of the Cradle. All the good shows have the people who are investigating disregard instructions to avoid a place or person and get the results. Exactly. I don't want to poke the nest if I'm not ready, and unfortunately we're not ready. Our plan to win this game does not involve us poking the nest, but I kind of do want to poke the nest at some point. So we're going to continue to empower all of our stuff as much as possible, but at least for now. Planetary colony build speed. You know what? Reformer for more monthly unity. Also, Nana Wolf. The gray... Nana Wolf... Oh, shoot. I forget. Nana Wolf is the 4th generation, the great-granddaughter of our original leader, and she is now immortal, by the way.
Relaying transmission.
Research agreement. We can learn so much from you. Sure. Who do we all have these trade agreements with? We are able to learn much more than they're able to learn from us. Her last name is Wolf, but it looks like a deer, honestly. It's more of a fox. It's a vixen. Of sorts. Alright, new colony founded. Alright, let's get everything built that I want built. Luxury resources. Or luxury residences. Same difference. And we are going to distribute luxury goods. Right, we added the shrouded vegetation to a planet. Wasn't it immortal that we added it to? Did it finish that thing? This produces Zro. We get free Zro from these. We're maxed out on districts here. We're not maxed out on districts here, so... Anywhere I'm not maxed out on? Or to just keep adding more of these blockers to it? And get as much Zro as possible. Ooh. Yeah. Economy. How are we doing on this? Oh, we need so many more. Medical workers. Maxed out as much as we can. What I could do is we can downgrade one. We'll destroy a generator district. That's fine. And the decisions will get vegetation blockers. I don't see any reason that this could go wrong. And Callistor's basically fully built up. Can't really reduce much here. And that's okay. This way we'll start getting a whole bunch of Zro. The Senate is now in session. The Zen Empire just drastically improved their fleets even further.
Technology researched.
More habitability. Get that done in 4 months. We have Vampire Cat Fox. How's it been going? Good, I hope. We're kind of in this little cycle of trying to improve everything. I am now solidly in 5th place. We're in a mad dash. Also, the endgame crisis has triggered, but it has not arrived yet. So I'm in the process of trying to get everything collected for that. We have a new envoy, by the way, I need to send. Am I improving relations? There we go. We're 15 months away from getting the civic that I'm wanting, or the tradition that I'm wanting. Once we start getting, because we're at plus 37's row. Policies and edicts. I'm gonna take the Song of Calming. Our edicts are doing fine. Available envoys. Diplomatic weight increased. But also that means we can have another mind over matter. More diplomatic weight thanks to build relations. What's next? Do I have espionage with you guys? I don't, but I am gonna want it. How much longer for this planet? 1,000 days, though. 3 more years. You need to do automated exploration. There you go. You're all fine. Can we terraform this barren world into a tundra? We cannot. The next event for the garden. Unfortunately, we've drawn the attention of the creature. Head tilted to the side. An arrangement of scaled spines lifted outward from its neck. With quick, rhythmic pulses, the shimmering beast sends audible sounds in our direction. We'll be unable to study it any further. We predict it will be quite vulnerable if exposed to intense flame, as most of the other life around here tend to be. However, it might be best to escape now and cut our losses. We can burn the creature. You got this. Yeah, I trust you. You're good. Yikes.
Construction complete.
Can I reverse engineer these ships? We can! They do a bunch of shield damage, less damage to armor. Unfortunately, my ships are not well suited to fight against these. I need heavily armored vessels in order to fight against these guys. How much do I care? Kind of a lot. Tell you what. Alright, we now have a new starbase available to us. And I want to put it here. Again, for some more trade. More starbase capacity would be very much appreciated.
Technology researched. Relaying transmission.
Dangerous technology, existential campaigns. When survival itself is at stake, the very concept of war loses its meaning. These campaigns are waged not for dominion, but to secure the continued existence of our civilization. Ooh, thought enforcement. Telepaths monitoring the citizenry for incorrect thoughts to make corrections as they find them. Reduced happiness of my people, but more encryption rate. Interesting, but that's not necessarily something I need. Tomb World habitability, migration treaty. How many population? 66.6. How many am I at? How much population am I at? We might be able to fix the Kelzen to not have to give us, for us to not have to give them resources. That'd be great. I'm going to decline this for now. But also, Kelzen. Negotiate agreement. What about these basic resources? It's okay for us to give away these strategic resources, that's fine. I could care less. We're looking at 139, give or take. It does boost us, because we are currently at negative 20, so this would boost our income by 80. Whereas, we don't. I think it's fine as that is. Oh, we got a whole bunch of things that want improvements. So, orbital anchorage. And what is this? Stratospheric ionization elements. Ooh, produces more per technician is improved. Naval logistics gives more naval capacity. We'll do that. And then I need a citadel in order to improve that again. But what else do we got? We should have... Where's our world that generates the most... hold on. Let me improve my resources even further. More trade. And resource silo. More trade. Hydroponics bay. More trade. Resource silo. More trade. And hydroponics bay, right? Yeah. What's next? I need to find my world that produces the most amount of energy. Actually, planets and sectors might be able to help out with that the most. You'd think that. Unfortunately... it's currently immortal. Immortal's currently the world that produces the most energy credits. But Plonk should. So I need to get where's the detrim system? Alright, on Immortal. I'm lacking influence. Let's get more of these mega ring, at least the mega rings built around the worlds that produce the most energy credits. Right, which right now, unfortunately, is only 2, but I should have more worlds that do that.
Subnautical communication. For such a massive mechanism to exist without caretakers or maintenance, it must have some form of autonomy. We cycled through all available audio frequencies, then found something. It is emitting a constant, terrible wailing. The crew's senses quickly became overwhelmed until the helmsman cut the feed without a word. We are currently prepared to broadcast a message in every known language tuned to this frequency in an attempt to communicate. What should we say?
Greetings and salutations! Nah.
Do you need help?
Let's poke the bear. Poke it?
Poke the bees!
Now, in order to have these be as nice as possible...
Spaceborne life form encountered.
You can... There's no point in surveying these systems. We're gonna go ahead... investigate anomalies, research projects, and all that, so on and so forth. Time for you to head home. Did what you needed to do.
Blocker removed. Construction complete.
The shroud is accessible. Time to delve. A totemic beam of singular psionic energy extends beyond us, within the shroud into immaculable infinities. Its uniquely stable composition is a stark contrast to the unusually chaotic formations we have previously encountered. Is it safe to remain here? Medium probability of success. If successful, well, who truly knows? Psionic disruptors. Despite its blinding intensity, we managed to hold our focus on the perfectly formed beam of psychic energy. Finally, we beheld the true nature of its intricate and otherworldly structure. Our minds raced with new possibilities. Reproducing this unique energy formation to the physical realm will grant us an unstoppable weapon. Yay! Yay? Yay? We're gonna go ahead and finish the Tomb World adaptability first. And then we'll go with the weapon. That will enhance our crystals. Man, I need just so much more influence. These guys up here are absolutely dead. This war is kind of all over the place.
Construction complete.
That's annoying. I need them to continue to win this battle.
Construction complete.
We're continuing to extend our reach to the stars above. Astral actions. What do I want? I need a quantum catapult. We're going to go ahead and get this fleet action available. It is getting hard to maintain our astral threads. Ooh, Lucia Virginia, the innovation coordinator, has leveled up. Eye for talent, scientist experience gained, all about increasing our leader experience gain. Scientist experience gain further improved. Sounds good to me. Need you to explore. Need you to explore. Need you to explore. You got this, Chile, too. You're the one that decided you had to go in. Requires the tech gateway activation. Fair enough. Crystalline entities improved. We're getting some sapphire lurkers now inside of our borders. Awesome. Ooh, Bondun Restol is leveling up. None of these are that great. Give him something to improve his traits on. We are now getting 37's rolls. We're now at 78's row. Okay. Not terrible. But if anybody can still afford Oh noes. Give us a moment. We will resolve this momentarily. Pictorial descent. Multiple nonverbal communication systems have emerged independently on Samantha the First. We'll let them develop their own language.
Technology researched.
Tomb world habitability has been unlocked. None of these matter. Compact living sounds good. We're gonna get that first. Empire size effect. That's gonna be really good. Make everything cost a lot cheaper. How much further are we until we 4 months away before we can get eminent diplomats? And then after that we can start maneuvering our envoys everywhere I just need them to be.
Construction complete.
Currently at 32,000. We are effectively still the second strongest when it comes to diplomatic weight. But the Zen Empire is getting really frightening. Do they have access to the L Gate? From the looks of it, the answer is no, which is good. Or at least they don't have easy access. Not there. The LaSim system. What's in here? Okay. I mean, just because somebody's fleet power is really, really high doesn't mean... Oh, and they got a whole bunch of missiles. We do have point defense everywhere. So, we shouldn't get obliterated by them. We shouldn't, keyword. Ooh, they've produced the printing press.
Blocker removed.
Build starbase. 2 more years. before we can colonize said planet. 30 days until that defense platform finishes leveling up. 71.7k power. Oh, sorry, wrong universe. Yep. No apologies, Sans. You know how it is. I understand how it is. Apia Focia has leveled up. With the altered metabolism, who's also eager. She's a roamer, void tracker, emotional support pet, custom AI assistant. Riftwalker. Might as well make her a Riftwalker, because I really need to find a good science leader. Charismatic here would be great. The issue is this is the wrong psychic trait. And I would really have the psychic trait that actually boosts... Unless that's only for... the one who's the current Oracle. I mean, at this point, it doesn't quite matter too much. Who's Sonic or Sans? Yeah. I saw that. I kind of should just get rid of Tolbig and Bondon. I can't get rid of Bondon, though, not while they're in the rift. Slood is still not going to be dying anytime soon. I mean, who's better, Sonic or Sans? Don't get me wrong, I am a massive Sonic fan, but if we're talking about, like, if we had the two characters just go fight each other, it's clearly Sans. Like, even Supersonic can't hold a candle to him. Oh, we can add more shrouded vegetation to even more worlds. And time to inspect the garden. The creature was no stranger to fire. As soon as we sparked the first flame, it skittered away in alarm. A behavior so quick it must have been some sort of instinct. Perhaps it was aware of the flammable properties of this environment. Whatever the reason, it has retreated so far into the cracks and crevices of this place that we no longer detect any sign of it within any range of sensors. After it departed, we recovered an object it dropped during its retreat. It must have been too much of a burden to carry along. Our brief experiments have shown that wherever this object is placed, it immediately begins sending out microscopic tendrils to scout out new areas to settle and flourish. At the merest detection of moisture, those tendrils congregate and thrive. Shockingly, the resulting plant exhibits unique signs of intelligence. Even as a young sprout, we suspect it could be even raised as a valuable asset of our empire. Alrighty. The collection. Oh, the relics. The Infinity Root. Activate with 100 threads. So we are now gaining permanently more food. That's amazing. So we have access to that now. Grow a new leader. They will have no upkeep. It will not count towards your leader total. Amazing. So we could be using our threads in order to grow a new leader And then activate another one. Yeah, that'll cost like nothing. And then we're gonna get shield hardening, energy weapon damage. We're gonna build a generator on this generator world. Are there any other generator worlds that I have that do not have generators built on them? Because that would be just crazy. We're gonna go ahead. Energy credits and trade. Into more energy credits. Specialize this world. Generator world is not made here yet. Generator world's not been made here yet. Generator world. That's true. More resources produced. Alright, that's all the generator worlds. Covenant power for the Cradle of Souls is now available. Consume all favor from other empires within our psionic aura and gain unity and influence for each. Now we don't need that. The strange subspace echoes we detected in intergalactic space are now approaching the outer rim of our galaxy. Uh-oh. I know this one. Several smaller contacts appear to be racing ahead of the main body of echoes towards a number of rim systems. We have entered the position of these systems in the situation log and will continue to monitor the situation. We're in third place. Where? No. No. I now have to deal with this. No. No, no, no. Where are you going? I need you to go here. Deep Space Citadel. I need you built here. Produces 15. This is producing 90 right now, but I need this to all be replaced with hangar bays. This needs to be replaced with communication jammers. Target uplink computers. They don't need the target uplink computers. Well, actually, you know what? Yes. Target uplink computers. But I do need... somebody else to be producing... It's a lot of anchorages, which is great, but... Alright. Crystal infused plating, just to make me happy. There we go. Okay. So, the endgame crisis is about to trigger, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to deal with the brunt of the entire assault. So, I was hoping about having humoring the idea that, right, Lizwin will at least respect their wishes and not go into there. Astral Rifts. There you go. Have our scientists start exploring. Covenant power is now available. Faction resource output for the next 10 years. Drastically improved. Fantastic. Should I go ahead and disband this? We're going to lose this regardless. I think we just go ahead and disband that. Because there's no point in us even humoring the idea of holding on to that. Because I think no matter what we do, it's just gone. Right over here, we're going to go ahead and level that up. How much trade do I lose?
Technology researched.
Not that much, which is weird. More envoys are available. Repeatable tech. Strikecraft fire rate. Ship fire rate. This could be done in 10 months. Resource silo capacity, planetary infrastructure speed, empire size from districts reduced. I don't see why I shouldn't be picking this up. That's like only good for us. And we now can pick up eminent diplomats, which allows us What are you doing? You need to get out of there. Like, all the way out of there. They're gonna die. How sad. Alright, I need like a hyper relay in here. Subspace signal. We are picking up a strong subspace signal washing over the galaxy. Its point of origin appears to be the contacts approaching from the intergalactic space.
Praetorian, we have arrived. Our long journey is over. Feed, mate, and rest. We must consume this galaxy before the hunters find us.
Cool thing is, I could try to contact them. Let's see. Artisan Enclave. We're interested in something else. Sure, we'll buy that from you. Three, 4, 5. Festival across worlds. More happiness and more pop growth speed. I completely forgot about this. There you go. Excellent. Contacts. This trade league. We don't need to be gambling. The Mercenary Enclave. Guess not. Shroudwalker Enclave. I keep hearing noises. Open an astral rift. Meh. What about the other trader enclaves? Manticores. Trader Enclave. We are interested in strategic resources. We are interested in something else. Pretty certain I can... Alright. Nothing special with those. Yeah, because this is about to go very poorly.
Construction complete.
The Sorens shift their ways. That's fine. I don't care about this system that much, so they can take that system. The first wave. We have received word that several outlying systems along the galactic rim are being overrun by some... Oh, no. We might actually be able to defend against this. Maybe. By some sort of invasion force that appears to have been the source of the subspace echoes we detected approaching our galaxy. What we are encountering now is only the vanguard. The main body of contacts has yet to arrive. Reports have so far been confusing, but the ships used by the invaders appear organic in nature and do not respond to hails. Our entire galaxy may be facing an invasion of unprecedented scope. Are we sure they can't be reasoned with?
The hunters will not relent.
Can there be peace between us?
No peace. We must feed. Only when we have finished consuming this galaxy shall we depart to continue our long journey.
Who are these hunters you speak of?
Death. They have made us the last of our kind, and they have hunted us, the survivors, for eons. They will come here one day. We must feed until then, so that we can flee back into the darkness between galaxies when they arrive.
What does Praetherin mean?
Survivors. We are the last.
We will scour this galaxy of your kind.
We have heard this before. The hunters will scour all of creation. What is your empty threat in the face of such truths? For it fades.
Mining station lost.
Swarmling.
Station threatened. Mining station lost.
What we're going to do is we're going to block off this route over to here.
Research station lost. Station threatened.
Alrighty. So in this battle,
Praetherin beasts. Our gravity snares are unable to properly track and contain the Praetherin scourge. Based on their movement patterns, we suspect these beings are being controlled by some form of higher consciousness and are not truly individual entities. Attempt to contain one of these organisms within a Vivarian sphere and would endanger our other specimens and even shards of the Crystal Empire as a whole. We have suspended capture or operations of these organisms indefinitely. Shame.
We must defend our spaceport. Mining station lost. Spaceport lost.
Yeah, we're gonna be losing all that for a time being.
relic activation is possible. We have enough to activate the lateral artificing as well. So what we could do is we can activate the infinity root, lateral artificing, and then activate combat disengage chance. It's got to be the Pulse Stone. Where is our new leader? Ooh, the Stalk of Burgundy. Eager and adaptable. And they're a scientist. How adorable. We're going to assign this leader to a planet. Yep, we're going to assign it to Plunk. Sounds good to me. All right. I would like to add a new resolution. We could denounce somebody. Cool. Crisis declaration. Praetorian Scourge. Nope. All right. We're going to need a lot more energy credits here in a moment. So I am hoping to whittle down the enemy. That's the whole reason why we're switching to the readied shield. Economy. Kind of want to keep everything we have, though, is the issue. What if we just swap these both with voltaic production yards to improve our energy production as much as possible? Is that even considered a good idea? Maybe. We're going to be trying to speed everything up as much as possible within our empire. How much Zro are we making? Okay, we're making a bunch of Zro, so if we go to government, policies and edicts, focusing crystals, shield boost, sight beyond sight to move even faster. Are we producing living metal? We are. Mega structure build speed improved? Sure, we could do that. Am I actually getting nanites or no? We are not. What about these other bits? Astral shielding? Astral shielding. Network amenities. Network movement. Peace festivals, venerable saints, research subsidies. All those are going to be fine. Yikes. Astral Threads is in the negative now? That's going to fix itself in a moment. We're going to buy 1 living metal. That'll all be fine. Borders are open. Okay. Where are you? Allied Frubrulav territories. So why'd you close it in the first place? Yikes. I mean, we are able to fight back a little bit.
Construction complete.
Policies and edicts. We're going to turn off astrals. Just for the time being. Ooh, the Techron multiplex is having issues at this current point in time. So, oh my gosh, 200,000 fleet power. Starbase upkeep is way, way above where it should be. I'm going to make a Voidler over here for the Crystal Entity. We're going to continue to improve this. But we're going to dismantle something else I don't need. Need to get rid of all this trade somewhere. That'll be fine.
Research station lost.
Again, unfortunately, all this is going to kind of just die. The joy. Due to the overabundance of happiness being spread by the Festival of Worlds, some of the event's organizers have begun to fall in love with our way of life. They claim to wish to remain here. Sure, free pops are free pops. Why not?
Spaceport lost.
We're gonna disband this fleet, because that fleet honestly is doing nothing for us.
Spaceborne lifeform encountered.
We have idle leaders. We're gonna go ahead and put one on Castaway Prime. There we go.
Debris analyzed.
All right. So now if we look at the situation log, we're still in a solid 3rd place. But it really comes down to how well we handle this endgame crisis. And unfortunately, we're going to have to be the ones to fight the endgame crisis. So that means my last policy, at least here, more than likely needs to be Defender of the Galaxy. That way, I have the proper means of fighting against the endgame crisis, because it does us no good to just lose the game at the very end against the crises. But we do have proper fleet power in order to deal with it. Sort of. The Disguidus system is going to be essentially where we're going to have to hold our ground, though. So that means I'm going to need... Oh, but I can only build one per system. Shoot. I'm gonna check all my worlds, see how everybody's doing. Oops. That'll be fine. This is a tech world to get more society research. Per district, we have biologist jobs. Economy. We got a whole bunch of biologists here, so... We actually are nearly... Yeah, we're pretty much fully employed here, so... If I get more commercial Nexes... Gonna get another... I think I'm gonna build a city district here. That'll be fine. What is this urban world supposed to be doing? What's so special about this planet? Crystal forest produced per crystals produced per miner. No real point on improving that. $200. Yeah, Mortal's gonna be just fine.
We must defend our spaceport. Station threatened.
Are we gonna be fine here?
Military station lost.
Not really, but it's better than nothing.
Relaying transmission.
Migration treaty. No, we don't need that. Where's some more of our construction? You're building an orbital ring there. You're waiting for something to build. Go ahead and build a hyper relay here. You're waiting on something to build. Build a hyper relay here.
Technology researched.
Alrighty. What's going to give us the best combat advantage? Subspace sensors? Yep. Subspace sensors. And I should consider adding a new fleet. Probably should be another carrier fleet. Because it is my main form of... So yeah, gem class, cruisers, max that out. And then reinforce all.
We must defend our spaceport. Construction complete. Military station lost. Station threatened.
If they trickle in one at a time, we might be fine.
Spaceport lost.
We're gonna lose Kashmir.
Mining station lost. Research station lost.
I need you to get out of Kashmir. Get out of there. Unfortunately, this planet is just gone. It's not going to exist for too much longer. So what we're going to do is when it's about to get bombarded, oof. No!
Station threatened.
Hey, our guys are actually... Just our weak little defense platforms are already starting to do an amazing job repelling them. Our construction ship's not going to be done in time.
Technology researched.
Ship fire rate improved. I'm going to go with our psionic biodisruptors. Slowly starting to lose resources here. Time to begin exploring the Astral Rift. Let's build a hyper relay here. We're just going to get hyper relays kind of built up everywhere as much as we can. Which one was this orbital ring? Upgrade. So I specifically want this orbital ring so we can improve our energy credit production. Sounds good to me. The Dathorian entity is technically nowhere near close to monthly energy credits. $350? What would I have to give? Minerals? They don't care about minerals. Food? They don't care about food. Volatile modes? Zero? Do they not want it at all? Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that at all. Next, all these defense platforms, like even on these simple systems, they're just slowly whittling down. They got a kill.
Threatened. Mining station lost. We must defend our spaceport. Military station lost. Spaceport lost.
Kashmir Prime. Management. I need to... Where's that stupid button? Resettle. Kashmir Prime. To... Plonk. Loch Ness. $448. And Weijin. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about those. Sorry. So we saved as many of the pops as I could. What is consuming everything? Ships? Looks like it's the ships. It is now a 2 world. I'm not going to finish in time.
We must defend our spaceport.
This new fleet.
Military station lost. Spaceport lost.
Alright, so hostile effects. Ship fire rate is reduced, instability is reduced, but friendly rates, ship fire rate is improved, and unity is improved.
Hostiles.
Ship fire rates improved. Yeah, we're getting a whole bunch of extra stuff. They are the second wave. We are no longer able to discern the main body of approaching subspecies echoes from our own galaxy's background radiation, which can mean only one thing. They have arrived. If the size of their vanguard is any indication, the main host of these invaders must be massive. Oh no. Three queens. That is not good.
We must defend our spaceport.
Vote for Federation law. We're voting no. I don't want to give up more of my naval capacity. And we are currently building... This one's being built up. Where else are we building up? There's nothing I can really do about all this, but... Contributions improved to medium. You're eating my naval capacity. Build a hyper relay. Oh. Build hyper relay there. Build hyper relay there. That naval capacity penalty that my Federation just threw onto us is a massive bummer. So now we've got multiple wars, essentially. But I actually had to deal with this crisis. Listening post. Vote for Federation law. Vote to change the president decides to vote. The League voted to change the presidential decides war declaration. Oy, what's going on with this Federation?
Agenda available.
Drusus Wolf needs to be a better advisor. Astral actions get us more physics. Ooh, the Sentinels. Cool. Colonize with a Phoenician ship. Auto-designate. Nothing special at this planet. Engage.
Hostile fleet sighted.
We're at the point where I'm going to be focusing mostly... You know what, I'm going to read this one. We have arrived on a planet battered by fierce, high-velocity winds. The surface is nearly bare, with its cliffs and boulders weathered smooth by the elements. The skies above are dark with thunderous clouds and plumes of bright gases, erupt violently as lightning strikes the ground around us. We should soon seek shelter from the gathering storm. Meteorological sensors indicate gentler air currents in the higher stratosphere where we could avoid the dangerous electrical discharges. Alternatively, there's a large cavern nearby that could provide refuge. I'd like to rise above the storm if possible.
Colonization initiated.
Alright, where's our new military fleet? Science officer Lucia Virginia has gone missing. She was last seen leaving the camp at sunset to find a tranquil spot to consider the Sentinels. In the days leading up to her disappearance, she raised concerns about the safety at camp following a growing number of accidents with fears she may have abandoned her mission in protest. Slood. You are our greatest archaeologist. Been with us since the beginning of the Empire. I need you to handle this. Something has gotten into the archaeologists. The excavation thus far has been impeded by freak accidents, injury, and misfortune, and now even senior researchers with decades of field experience are blaming the Sentinels. Overcome with superstition and paranoia, they claim the statues move about when no one is watching. Yet, there is nothing to suggest their jointless limbs are even capable of motion. Matters spun further out of control when traces of biomatter, indicative of heavy bleeding, was found lodged within a series of tiny cuts in the terminal portions of a sentinel. Whether the sentinels are just a convenient scapegoat, or there's a more sinister explanation remains to be seen. Alright, Slood, you got this. Also, we need somebody new to run. We're at 7. Currently the head of research. How about the Stalk of Burgundy? See where they go from there. Reverse engineer technology. Ooh. And weak point analyses should be able to help deal with the Praetorian Scourge. They don't have shields.
Technology researched.
Subspace sensors. What else is fast so that I can get FTL inhibitors? It's about time we finally get those. A divine sovereign. The immortal entity known as Nona Wolf, previously Phyrexian, but now something far more, has attracted a large and devout following in the shards of the Crystal Empire, worshipped by many as the supreme deity. A call has gone out to officially crown the Oracle as the permanent ruler of our great empire, now and into perpetuity. Fanatic authoritarian spiritualist. More monthly influence. More worker poppin'. I would lose pacifist. So we would gain more of a penalty here, but that's really not the end of the world. And stability doesn't matter at all. May her reign stretch into infinity and beyond. We are now the divine sovereign. Head of research. Minister of Defense. Job efficiency for sonic pops from telepaths. Could be anybody. Elites pop resource output, or infiltration speed is improved, but I really don't need that. And I don't really have a lot of priests. Right? I really don't have that many priests. Minister of Defense, Council Agenda Speed. Oh, the Divine Conduit would be way more appropriate as you. Lord Steward. Lord Steward should be Vaz the Gilded, right? No, Druis Wolf. And Kaisha, so we get those extra envoys by a lot. This honestly is probably the best council I can get right now. Yeah, that'll be fine. But do I have any other better leaders, scientists? I don't. So we don't have an amazing scientist to lead our empire, unfortunately. So what we have here is what we're going to have to stick with. Alright, I want to see if they're about to turn around. They are not.
Engaging hostile station.
Alright, so they are sending their own swarms. Luckily... Oh, we have unspent civic points. Monthly unity is improved. Reform government. The heck? We now have the Imperium Vitalis. No upkeep. What was the last one? It was Vaults of Knowledge, right? No, it was not Vaults of Knowledge. Did it go away and is no longer available? What did I have right before? None of those. Well, we're keeping a crystal aristocratic elite interdimensional worship. We're not getting priests. Tradition cost from... I don't care about that. I could go with Ascensionists. Colony Ascension effects plus 25%, and their cost is reduced. Not terrible, since I'm about to be trying to ascend all of my planets. Crusader Spirit. Ship weapon damage, ship build speed. Ship fired rate is improved. Death Cult, no. Diplomatic Corps. Maybe. Entropy Drinkers. Resources from jobs. Oh, right. Turn my guys into vampires. Nope, we're not doing that. We don't need it. Feudal Society. Functional Architecture. Genetic Identification. Don't need that. Heroic capacity, more capacity for all of those. Hyperspace. Imperial Cult. For more Edict funding. It's okay, but I don't need that. Masterful Crafters. Nope. Memorialists. Death Chroniclers. Merchant Guilds. Produce more trade per traders. That also improves my energy production. Not terrible. Mutagenic Spas, I don't think we need that. Philosopher King, effective ruler level. Pleasure Seekers, it's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for hedonists. That's not what our empire is built around. Police State. Reanimators, nope, we're not doing that. As funny as that would be to just suddenly go, haha, we now have necromancers in our empire. Vaults of Knowledge. Vaults of Knowledge. Unity, increased leader experience gained based on destiny traits acquired. I think... Ascensionists. Alright, let's do this again. Head of Research. Ministry of Defense. Job efficiency. Elite pop. And in this case, I think just monthly unity. That actually is just going to be better. Right. You could be that. Head of Research. Gonna be that. Minister of Defense. Gonna be you. Lord Steward. Gonna be you. Kai Shaw. Can be you. Alright. There we go. So we now have our government rebuilt. And we have Nona Wolf, the Grand Oracle.
Construction complete.
Alrighty. Burgard Kur Yalim has leveled up. He is a scholar to explore space really fast. Sublight speed improved. We'll make him an even faster Rift Walker. How did that go? We lost one ship. Good. So that went very well. It is time for us to head back. Please hurry up. I don't want to test. Should we test a 2v1 fight? I mean, I think we're about to have... Yeah, that's not good at all. We just need more time. How far are you? 60%. The more time I can buy myself, the better. Let's see if we can research these and figure out if they can see invisible stuff or not. With a low-level ruler, at least. Alrighty. Do I just make another anchorage? I don't think so. I think we just work on more trade hubs. Off-world trading company upgrade. Same thing with you. Trade hubs, off-world trading company, upgrade. Because even with the penalty, it's not the end of the world. We're still doing fine. Alright, we have more specifically being built for that. So let us go ahead and send more backup there immediately. Building the hyper relays.
Engaging hostile fleet.
All right, and so it begins. The battle against the Praetorian Scourge. Oh, they are being obliterated. Big Game Hunter. Unfortunately, I don't think the person that had this named after them is here. But what fleet are you in charge of, Big Game Hunter? You are in charge of the larger one. Artillerist? Nah, Wrecker. Oh, gosh. We have 750,000 fleet power heading straight towards us. Alright, let's take out another one. But also, we need to reinforce all fleets. The outpost has been rebuilt. How much longer? Yes, we caught them. Also, I'm pretty certain all this is leading up to more points. Crisis ships killed, yeah, 340. So this does lead up to more points at the end of the game. Yes. All right. Ship's computer. And I'm pretty certain this actually just gave me all the time I needed in order to actually defend against all this. Or at least... yeah. So that way we can at least mount a proper defense. That planet... really rather not lose them. Alright, I need you to do these 2 research projects. Just don't die, okay? Oh, they're booking it after me.
Construction complete.
They're booking it. They're moving there so fast. They got so many potential queens.
Technology researched.
Empire size from districts improved. Fantastic. I guess the new question is... I mean, I can get plasteel really fast. Actually, I really can't. How much? 394. Yeah, I make like no science. What's going to be the next most important thing? Citadel? It's a very long time. Trust me, I would like a citadel. But do I really benefit from it? I think there are a lot of other more important things I can be getting rather than the Citadel. Mineral purification. More for alloys. I'm not hurting on alloys, oddly enough. I think we'll just take deep core mining here. Who's already done? None of them. Okay. Flash Forge Hyper Relay. Oh, I lost so many envoys? What happened? What happened to all my envoys? Alrighty. The Senate is now in session. Security contractors. Enable council veto power. I'm gonna oppose this. At this point, okay, what's my fleet power compared to theirs? I'm still half. So if I want the ability to, like, enact an emergency measure or whatever. Pops 2000, Pops, man, they're just better than me in every way. My technology is slowly starting to perform better. So we can actually support this instead. Not that it really makes a difference. Wait, what? We are in breach of this revolution. Well, then I oppose. I don't like that. I also oppose this. I mean, I'm opposing like everything here. But naval capacity is reduced even further. I actually really don't like that. Because I'm already... Well, I mean, we're doing okay for now. Oh, they're moving so fast. How much longer? 77%. As we're setting up our defense for all of this. Just try to build it up as much as possible. half a year away. They'll be able to join, but... So we're gonna have a little bit of extra firepower. Off-World Trading Co. Fantastic. If I recall, this is... Yeah, this is immortal, so we're gonna continue to make immortal. Orbital anchorages sounds good to me. So, are we improving relations with you? Busy building a spy network. I also want to be improving relations with you. The next highest is going to be the Diatrith entity. Do we have a spy network with you? Improving relations. There you go. Build a spy. You. Are we improving relations with you? The answer is no, we are not. So we're going to go ahead and do both. Next highest amount is the Techran Multiplex. Espionage is doing fine. And we're also improving relations. Good. The Themesian trade. Improve relations. We're also already improving relations. Okay, we don't need to do more than one. The Durian Absorbers. I have a spy network with you. I don't want to improve relations with you. Alright, spy network. Beautiful. Improve relations. Fantastic. And then last but not least, Gagazian Manufacturing. Spy network. Alright. So that is all 18 of our envoys. Man, that's so many envoys.
Planet colonized.
Yeah, this, we're about to be losing all this. I need to be replacing all of these with hangar bays. I need to build another deep space citadel. Pretty much right in here. Hopefully we can make it in time. I'm not gonna lie, that's not looking good for us. We don't need to do that. Investigate anomalies, research special projects. Even more. 86%.
Debris analyzed.
Dyson swarm there. Would have been nice to have grabbed. We got all this space we're potentially about to lose. And multiple planets. Oh, they use the hyper relays? Well, that's not good. Oh, 500,000 fleet power? Oh, come on, please tell me you're almost done. Well, this is about to go very poorly. That, and on top of all the wars with the war, favor gained. Awesome. That's one step towards our win con. Available envoys. +1. Peaceful traders. We are gonna improve relations with you. Alrighty. %99. Better than nothing. Alright, construction ship, you need to flee. I need you to build a deep space citadel all the way in here. That way we can protect the main segment of our entire system, because it's definitely going to be spreading over towards there. And that is not good. Oh, that's our hatchery. That's not good.
Technology researched.
Ooh, a new gravity storm. FTL inhibitors. Hyper shields. We're about to lose our entire fleet. What else can we enable? All right, reactive armor, volatile ammunition. Astral shielding. basically it. That's every little thing I can do here.
Debris analyzed.
Scourge missiles, regenerative hull tissue. This is going to be our last battle. There's nothing else I could do here. We have a little bit.
Engaging hostile fleet.
So we have... Oh my gosh. 500,000 fleet power. This is going to be an overwhelming battle that we're going to have to be fighting against. Our first line of defense. We got so much going on. Explore Astral Rift. New favors. Awakening. For Subnautical, the object has suddenly awoken. Its pieces have pulled outward and are rotating in an incredible speed. Its gravity well has dramatically increased, and we have been pulled forward at high acceleration. A fiery sphere, like a small star, has emerged from within its pieces. This furnace, present on only one side of the object, has spun slowly toward us and is emitting a violent heat in our direction. A pulse of electromagnetic rotation then burst forth, and our vessel shuddered. Every alarm on the console activated or signaled an error, except for the translator. A phrase was registered in several of our known languages, written in binary code. No hope. I mourn. You leave. Now. Our vessel has reached its material limit. We have pulled the emergency anchor and are returning with what specimens we can. Whatever it is, it seems beyond our abilities to interfere. Ooh, we got a new relic, the Celestial Tear. That grants us anything useful? The Celestial Tear. Habitability of all planets within your borders orbiting around A, B, F, and G class stars are improved. And I can get some free astral tears. Sure thing, bud. Yep. Alrighty. There goes a lot of our ships. One of our fleets are now gone. We didn't lose a lot, actually, which is good. But we've only defeated 11. When it comes to the actual balance of power, it's balanced now. Unfortunately, they're rapidly approaching the starbase. And with that, more have arrived. The balance of power is still kind of balanced between the two. But in regards to the entire battle, looks like this is currently an absolute loss, or at least is estimated to be. However, most of... I don't think they have point defense, and all of our hangars are at full force right now. So we might actually still be able to win this. Well, we're going to go ahead and take care of those events really fast. Beyond the stratosphere, breaking through the cloud layer, we observed a piercing blue sky. Wind continued to whip against our hull, gaining strength with every gust. More than just a peculiar weather pattern, these currents act with unnatural precision. What's more, we detect a hormone-like compound in the swirling air. Subsequent analysis revealed it is strikingly similar to a biological response from a plant under attack. Take a sample of the wind. Put it in a jar. We're losing a lot of our defenses. Soon it's just going to be our cruisers.
Spaceport lost.
Yep.
Station threatened. Mining station lost.
How's it looking? Well, right now our fleets are still near maximum power. Oh, they got 2 more fleets on their way. I think that's...
Military station.
Uh-oh. We are losing some ships over here on this side, so they're not doing as good of a job. They are being cornered by the enemy. The scientists of Storm Cove have observed harsh repercussions of the gravity storm. Place the creatures in reserve.
Spaceport lost.
At this point, I just want to deal as much damage as possible. Luckily, every single one of my stations are going to be dealing a considerable amount of damage to the enemy, but it's still not going to be good enough. Oh, they're sending more? Well, they're going to conquer this system. That's not the end of the world. We're going to be continuing to retreat progressively throughout all of this. For instance, I'm going to need you... Deep Space Citadel definitely needs to go here. Start improving you. Start improving you. Build megastructure. Right over there. At this point, we're just trying to do everything we can to build everything up as quickly as possible. Policies and edicts. Yeah, that's as good as that's going to get. We can buy... seven, so that way we don't just run out. Astral threads, however, we can't, so... Unfortunately, that's as good as that's going to get for a while. It is a shame about Plonk, though, because that was actually a really good world. It's just the massive amount of waves that they're just sending out. It's really rough. We're in second place now, though, because of... probably the extra relic and the crisis ships we're killing. But... we'll see if this is going to be good enough. I do need... to... envoys, spy network, extort favors. Where is another fleet? We're gonna build an orbital ring right here. And I think I just have to assume Ghost might be dying. I'd like to not lose Ghost. But it does seem that our ships do perform well. Yeah, they do a really good job. So unfortunately, we may have to just say no space fauna fleets. Or at least let's start building up a new gem class fleet. We're going to start reinforcing that fleet. We don't need a migration treaty with you, no thank you. They're actually taking them out.
Evading hostiles.
Alrighty, cloaking. Cloaking ship engaged. Okay. We're winning. Well, if we... I won't be able to stop everything in this direction. Well, we might be able to. We only have one more fleet coming our direction. And like I said, we're actually kind of winning this fight.
Hostile forces landing.
Which planet? Kashmir? Oh, Plunk. Yeah, Plunk is gone. So we're gonna go ahead and... Oh no, we can't resettle while the forces are landing.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. Siege on Paradise. We arrive on a thriving planet. From its dense forests in the verdant plains, the landscape was at once diverse and immaculately maintained, a vibrant and planet-wide garden. An unidentified plantoid species has erected extensive fortifications around the semi-organic cities. Scans of the local star system have revealed a blockade of heavily equipped warships. There is no active conflict, but there's clear that one is brewing. Contact the orbiting fleet. Let's do preventative measures if possible. They're actually eradicating them. Slow but steady, we are eradicating them with our cruisers. Ooh, Genesis. The composition of this environment is immaterial. A simple scan revealed that the entire space is a holographic projection of some unknown source. Soon after our arrival, we received a communication in our own language. The space in front of the resolution single line of text. I do not know you. After we explained our presence, the entity continued. How curious. Very well then. Let us play a game. I will take the role of Genesis. The hologram shifted into a new arrangement. On a desolate world, an unenlightened species struggles to survive. We are being shown the beginnings of a young civilization. We play no games. Activate an EMP. Plant the seeds of knowledge.
Council agenda ready.
Alrighty. We need something to fight better. Stability. Thought enforcement. We don't need that necessarily. None of those. So, mind over matter. Get that for free, why don't we? I'm going to swap this out with anchorages to reduce the cost of everything. And then naval logistics. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. This construction ship, what can you do? We definitely... I was saying we should definitely be building elsewhere to improve. We're going to have to build more hyper relays. So one goes here. What about you? One hyper relay goes here. So we can reinforce a lot faster and more efficiently. Ooh, more from miners.
Science ship lost.
No! Rip IPA Facidia. Trying to reverse engineer. Their equipment. My cloaking is not high enough.
We must defend our spaceport. Construction complete.
If we could just finish clearing these enemies out. Has leveraged their council powers to declare the resolution repeal advanced storm studies. How do I care about this? What does the advanced storm studies do? Diplomatic weight from POPs is reduced. Research station output is improved. Well, from the looks of it, so they have more POPs than me? Probably now. Yeah, they have more POPs than I do. And this reduces that weight, so we're going to oppose. I want to keep as much power as possible.
Spaceport lost.
We can call in favors. So I need to save up influence, just in case. They're still fighting. Declare rivalry. Sure thing, bub. How many are... Oh, we got 2. So I might actually be able to do something about it. Yeah, we're in solid second place now. So... Oh, shoot. It is way late. I've been taking my time trying to watch everything as it happens. It's an anchorage. I need your home system to be the Brius station. Your home station is also Brius. So I need these two to heal, more or less, but I need them to be able to run places really, really fast. There we go. Get ourselves a whole bunch more so we can send them forward.
Station threatened.
Better than nothing. Yeah, our cruisers are doing really, really good.
Mining station.
I mean, it's really, really slow, but they're going to be able to win this. All right. Which means I just need you. Let's go here. And you from Ghost Ghost, Blort. I need you to command it. It's going to be much better than nothing. Go ahead and head over to Menchib in order to mount a defense there. Anything else for me to build? Yes, we do have more to build. I need you to make anchorages, naval logistics upgrade, and you, for now, we're going to make this a trade hub. But if we have to defend, then we will be ready to defend.
Military station lost.
And Plunk is gone. Fortunately, I think this makes it to where everybody is now being eaten. Yep, and once they're all eaten, the world will be completely uninhabitable.
Hostile fleet sighted.
Yeah, we're gonna win this fight over here. Alright, that's going to be it for now. I didn't realize how late it was. So I'm going to have to continue fighting for dear life here in the nearby future. We probably need to spend time reshuffling my empire just to focus purely on defense. Because at this point, what's technology going to do me? I'm not even getting enough technology. I want these. Trust me, I want them. It's not gonna... I'm not gonna be able to do anything with any of these. But I'm gonna have to micromanage that next time. But lastly, we are successfully in second place. And of course, for calling in favors, we are slowly accumulating these favors, so that way we can sway votes in our favor. Now, right now we can't, but the important one we're going to be wanting to do is to make sure that we can fight any empire that we so desire. We are currently extorting favors, right? Yes. Who's the next second highest? It's gonna be you. For some reason, we just can't acquire an asset from these guys. Alright, that's it. Good night, everybody. Oh, 60 years left.